Justin Van Lyten taking the ball past midfield. Sebastian, the other leader, armed for UCLA. He's at Harry Gill. There's a scrum at midfield for the Quaffle as Van Lyten struggles to hold on. Ivan Avalos on hand to clean up all the chasers. Van Lyten beat out there by Avalos, and Cal will recover the Quaffle.
Black and blue. There you go.
UCLA with Quaffle? Where is it?
Justin Van Lyten is holding on to the Quaffle to miss that scrum at midfield, and Ivan Avalos beat out all the UCLA chasers there, and it should be in Cal's possession as of now. And I think it's in the Luca Menezes. And yes, indeed, Cal now with a no-bludger situation. Menezes driving through the right hoop for the first goal of the game. That's 1-0 to Cal.
Cal drawing first blood in this game.
Solid play there by Cal to create a no-bludger situation, opening the lane for Menezes. We all know he's so agile, finishing at the hoop, and Cal in front early. Clarifying the jersey colors for the referee calls is Tommy Brown, our head ref. Suleiman Bentaleb, UCLA's key ball handler, bringing the ball up here for the Bruins. Avalos and Dill have control for Cal. Sebastian chasing Phipps, beats out Aiden Phipps. Ivan Avalos and Dill both apply the pressure. Errant pass here, and Luca Menezes recovers. And there's a no-bludger situation on defense. Menezes driving through Van Lyten, can't get it to go as it's off the rim. Dill beat out there by Sebastian, caught out at midfield. Avalos there on hand to help out. So unfortunate there, Cal could not get the shot to fall. Off the top of the left hoop for Luca Menezes. Sebastian beat out by Dill here as Bentaleb passes to Van Lyten. Van Lyten dishing it off to Bentaleb using the reset. All the way back to their hoops go UCLA. Cal still 1-0 up here in the early going. Retaining bludger control as Bentaleb now takes the ball past midfield. No more reset here for UCLA. This is going to be crucial if they're going to tie the game. Sebastian scoping out the scene. Escorting Bentaleb up the field. Sebastian beats out Avalos. Bentaleb driving. Stopped by Phipps, but there is a foul on the play.
Doing a great job.
There's a stoppage here for a potential penalty here. Not sure who it's on, but we'll see what the refs decide. It may be on Cal keeper Luca Menezes. So far, a very defensive game. 1 goal scored so far off a fast break, but overall, both teams looking very solid on the defensive front. So Ivan Avalos may have touched the loose bludger before he finished tagging up. And that is why UCLA now gets a bludger turnover, and Avalos is now in the penalty box with some big prospects here for UCLA to score while Cal's down a beater. Quaffle is lying on the ground next to Suleiman Bentaleb. Aiden Phipps, though, right on his tail. Bentaleb picks up the quaffle. Bentaleb with a juke. Lob pass to Maddie Johnson. Grabs it behind hoops. Johnson now driving. Shakes off Nicole Nelson. Johnson back to Van Lyten. Van Lyten on the drive. And another stoppage. Aiden Phipps tangled up with Justin Van Lyten there. And we'll see what the call is on the play. So it's looking like it's on Aiden Phipps. So Aiden Phipps came off broom while initiating contact with Justin Van Lyten. So Van Lyten still in possession of the quaffle, and Phipps is off broom. So Van Lyten now passes out wide to Navarro, who can't finish. Bentaleb recovers. UCLA still with the possession. Bentaleb driving in. Blocked by Menezes! On the stop, beat out though by Sebastian. And a bludger rolls all the way out of bounds as Van Lyten picks up the quaffle for UCLA. Harry Dill rushing back with a bludger in hand. And there's another... There's a penalty as beater play is going absolutely wild with all three bludgers on the ground. And UCLA now with both bludgers. Phipps trying to make something happen still out to Dar Diamond on the right wing. Back to Phipps. Shakes off contact.
Switch directly.
Navarro and Van Lyten double teaming Aiden Phipps, who gets the pass off to Luca Menezes behind the UCLA hoops. Back to Nicole Nelson, who's out.
Yeah, I just went to a two.
This is a long beat on Sebastian.
I didn't see you, so I was like,
But strips the ball. Sebastian is off broom and Ivan Avalos recovers the bludger. Ivan Avalos misses beat on Van Lyten. UCLA swings out to Maddie Johnson. Behind hoops. Pass back to Van Lyten, who is sniped by Ivan Avalos.
if you can come and try to change the preferences.
And that, there may have been a stoppage on that play, but a very long beat to catch Van Lyten now by Ivan Avalos from beyond the midline. There was a lot of beater confusion going on, and the refs are sorting this out right now. Making a case that Avalos stripped the ball from Sebastian from behind.
Hey, hold on. Okay, talk to
Restream, Naranja broadcasted Twitch 1 and 2. Someone else took over the YouTube stream directly, and now it's not working for Twitch at all. So I'm going to try to connect to Twitch directly through OBS.
Ivan Avalos into the penalty.
Some of the settings for the stream, looking for the Twitch stream feed. First, I'm keeping connected to Twitch right now, so this is not working. It says there's no internet. Yeah, it says like Twitch, this is not, like I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, the Twitch isn't working. So maybe Twitch is down. Yeah, the YouTube one is working, but it's a different stream. Yeah, I just was caught off guard. Apparently we're doing that now, so I wasn't prepared for it. Yeah, I didn't either. I thought we were doing both. I thought we were only doing one. So I think Mary's new plan is to do one stream on Twitch, one on YouTube, but somehow when the YouTube one went live, the Twitch one didn't. Okay, now I have no internet, so this is alright. I'm frustrated. This is sorry, could you repeat that? Yeah, I'm trying to get the Twitch stream feed from Twitch directly. Mary said she's watching this Twitch. send it to Mary, and then yeah, Mary's left. Yeah.
So Ivan Avalos in the penalty and sniped from behind and basically canceled out due to strip from behind on Sebastian. So Avalos in the penalty. UCLA now with both bludgers. They can't make something happen though. Oh, and Sebastian beat out by Harry Gill. He is a one-man army right now as he waits for Avalos to emerge from the penalty box. Peter Fitz, knowing that, taking his time. He waits for the minute to elapse. Hayden Phipps out to Luca Menezes on the left wing.
Okay, so now I think that
Menezes, that's a beat. Phipps scoops up the loose quaffle though, on his way to the hoops, dumps it through the left hoop with a palm. Hayden Phipps, 2-0 Cal. Harry Dillon holding both bludgers behind Cal's hoops. This is crucial as Avalos now back from the penalty. And Cal retains bludger control.
I thought something happened.
Avalos now after Eric Sen.
Maybe the hotspot just
UCLA has not scored a goal yet. And a big part is Cal's retention of bludger control throughout the majority of this game. Bentaleb now. Dill beat out. Bentaleb on the drive. Wrapped up by Fitz. Sammy Aoyang now wrapped up by Nicole Nelson. And Luca Menezes takes the ball away. UCLA does have two bludgers here. And Sebastian, pressuring very high up, beats out Menezes. So Hayden Phipps, a shot attempt, and blocked by Michael Navarro at UCLA.
Is it a DM or is it a different channel?
Cooper Jarrett now on for UCLA.
Oh, there it is.
Along with Juan Hernandez. Sammy Aoyang and Michael Navarro, the other two chasers. Mason Krug also checks in at keeper. Jared now surveying the field. Such an athletic presence for Cooper Jared. Taking a transition from beater here for UCLA. Novak has a beat caught by Harry Dill. Dill beats out Hernandez, but here's the driving lane for Jared. Passes back to Krug. Blocked by Luca Menezes again, who takes the quaffle on his fast break for Cal. One man to beat Menezes all the way. Luca Menezes doing it all, defense and offense here for the Bears.
Is there nothing happening?
Multiple defensive stops already for the rookie. Juan Hernandez sent back the Heat as Mason Krug takes the ball out on the wing. He may step out of bounds. We'll see how this goes. He did, in fact, step out of bounds, so Hayden Phipps with possession for Cal. Cal retaining bludger control as they have done for the majority of this game. Crucial in maintaining that lead. Harry Dill and Eric Shen with bludgers on their hands. As Eric Shen goes for a 1.5 on Juan Hernandez.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you.
Then sent back to Hoops for a wrap from behind on Juan Hernandez.
Let go after I said back to hoops.
So Eric Shen penalized for the wrap from behind on Juan Hernandez as he went for a bludger play there to open the lane for Cal, and that's going to send him to the box. So the second beater foul on Cal so far, and although they've managed to retain bludger control for a lot of this game, those can't be adding up.
They haven't been changing the score.
Wilson scores 30-0 through this count.
That's right.
I'm out, UCLA!
UCLA taking a timeout here, and one has to wonder, Cal cannot keep having their beaters sent into the penalty box because that makes this lead a lot more precarious, especially playing one man down. So, the impact of fouls is especially so crucial, especially when you need to stop the beaters. So,
Yeah, you definitely want to clean that up before someone has a bigger impact on the game. Cal with the good control of the Papa game right now, being able to score UCLA obviously on the board. So game is still pretty close. It's still going to be close to the train, but not long game is going to play. Apologies for anyone watching at home. The stream was split between Twitch and YouTube, so if you want to continue watching the collegiate finals, our live on Twitch. Our finals are currently live on YouTube and other pits. So you can choose which one you'd like to watch. Countdown from the head ref, making sure everyone gets back.
Luka Menezes is not on game. This is going to be a problem for Cal.
2v1.
If Cooper Jared dishes off to Mason Cruz,
Wow.
the beat coming out of
Yeah, that is a pretty.
Harry Dill.
Yeah, that was a pretty great play by Harry Dill. That is a pretty basic 2v1 scenario. A lot of teams practice 2 chasing versus 1 beater. It's very hard for the beater to stop. Typically, the beater wants to force the pass or the pump fake and then beat out the chaser who's receiving the pass, which Dill did there. So it definitely seems like he had experience doing that drill at practice. So
Harry Dill faking out Cooper Jared, forcing the pass, and beating out Mason Krug on the receiving end. Van Lighten tackles Dar Diamond. Juan Hernandez trying to clean up the Cal chasers, but that won't work inside Cal's keeper zone. Aiden Phipps recovers, but UCLA now has bludger control for the first time in a while.
yeah, I also want to shout out number 52 from Cal. She did a great job there to cover that left hoop immediately to make that goal. Not quite as easy in time for Dill to make that beat attempt, so great work by her. Good hustle on that play, did not give up on it.
Dar Diamond, one of the premier defensive chasers for Cal and in the West. Her ability to score at hoops, also extremely clinical. Let's see what she does here. Their beat on Harry Dill. Menezes to Diamond. Back to Phipps. Hit by Jared. Forced out of bounds. UCLA with possession after the good hit by keeper Jared. That was an amazing hit there to stop the drive there. And Cooper Jared coming up big with the defensive stop. Mason Krug now on the offense for UCLA. There's a Peters trade as Menendez and Dill trade off. Diamond pressuring Krug. Jared now beat out. And that pass is going to go out of bounds for a Cal turnover.
Good defense from Cal. UCLA, something's just not clicking for them right now. Cal in full control of this game. Looking to extend their lead now.
And they have Cal and the Bears also have bludger control again. So a fleeting moment of bludger control for UCLA. But good stop by Jared on defense, certainly.
An important thing for teams to remember that you can always get bludger control back. You can't take a goal back though. So UCLA needs to get points on this board if they want to have a chance of winning this game.
Aiden Phipps checking out the scene. Menezes behind the right hoop. Passes ahead. Menezes back to Phipps. Jared on him.
Good ball movement.
Krug now on Phipps. Phipps to Guyman.
Oh,
Pass too tall.
yeah, almost went through the hoop too.
Menezes trying to shake the contact. He does so successfully.
Spin move.
The agility, finding
Good.
Nicole Nelson, hit by Krug. And there's a
There's a scrum on the ground for
Scrum
the
on the
quaffle,
ground.
but assistant ref has a hand raised, so
To indicate
looks like
a
there will be
foul, yes.
a whistle there. I think that initial contact might have been a little high. Yeah, so UCLA with the quaffle now, so likely that quaffle will be going back to Cal. Depends on what the refs decide.
the hit from Krug looked to be from the front.
Yeah, I
But
think it was a little high. He does have a height advantage, so I think he just came in perfectly standard tackle, but just making contact with the head there. Just, you know, sometimes it's really difficult for a taller person to tackle a smaller person as a result of that. You know, they have the size advantage on offense, but on defense, you know, when you get too low, it's, you know, it goes both ways.
Definitely looking out for player safety, certainly. Head contact, definitely something we want to avoid. So we'll see what the refs decide here. And
Most likely was not intentional, just trying to, apply some good defense there.
Krug and Cooper Jarrett are going to be the two main stoppers of Cal's driving players. So their matchups with Aiden Phipps and Luca Menezes, it's definitely going to be something to watch as the game goes on.
Yeah, do you know anything about UCLA's beaters?
UCLA's running Juan Hernandez right now and Lane Novak. Justin Van Lyten's got a black headband on. He might come on soon. But Juan Hernandez, very elusive, very acrobatic with his beater duels. Very agile and definitely a smart mind for the game. So Hernandez, one of the newer faces, while Van Lyten is...
So it looks like the ref is explaining to the teams that there are interpositional contact rules, which basically means that certain players have a right of way over other players depending on whether or not they have the ball. I believe in this situation, a beater with a bludger has the right of way over a chaser without a ball. So I think the keeper going in to make that tackle accidentally bumped into the beater from Cal, which is illegal. So
Mason Krug in the penalty. Nicole Nelson now needing to finish at hoops. Nicole Nelson needs to put her hand through the hoop. Can she do it?
Whoa.
Wrapped up.
All right, well, hands fly up into the air again.
And UCLA recovers with Nick Levers, but there's another stoppage.
Yeah, so the head ref was right in front of that play. I think the assistant refs might be calling for, again, some head contact there with the wrap. Pretty standard grab, but again, the height difference there, a little bit of contact with the neck. Possible the head ref lets it go. We'll see. He did have the best angle on it being right there, so we'll see what the call is.
And there's gonna be
a
penalty for neck contact on Cooper Jarrett.
Yeah, so again, the contact to the neck, incidental, definitely an accident. It's just the nature of being taller than the person you're wrapping up. Sometimes, even if you initiate the contact legally, when they drop to the ground, it's your job to disengage if you start making contact with the head, and he definitely did not. Two people wrapped her up, though, so that was pretty good defense from UCLA, but pretty good opportunity now to score. Because of the stop, she can reach with the quaffle. She just needs to get it through the hoop. Even if it drops through, she can just let it go. We'll see what the beater does here. UCLA not allowed to make contact with her, so a little bit of a little laughter there from both sides.
UCLA's two main defenders, Cooper Jarrett and Mason Krug, both in the penalty.
Oh, man.
And there's a...
UCLA with a little bit of false start there, getting very eager, trying to block this goal. Falls forward. Another stoppage.
Now they're checking to see if the beat by Lane Novak hit Nicole Nelson before she put her hand through the hoop.
Yeah, there were a lot of factors in play there. One, did she actually release the bludger after the whistle, which she needs to do, otherwise it's no good. Two, did it make contact? And three, did the quaffle get through the hoop?
There was a play at the last Chandra Cup where during the stoppage, one of the chasers had his hand through the hoop, but it's good. And,
it would be wild after all of that for that goal to be called back. Great job by number 47,
Nicole Nelson.
To
persisting through the multiple hits to eventually get that hard-fought goal for Cal.
Relentless. Love the. That was really funny. But
so Mason Krug now out of the penalty. Jared remains.
Yeah. So Cal with the slightly bigger lead now, 4-0 over UCLA.
Justin Van Lyten now on pitch, replacing Juan Hernandez, along with Sebastian. So Van Lyten, very dynamic beater, very physical, very quick. He can change the game, and we'll see what he does here. Van Lyten taps out Phipps.
Phipps hustles back.
Krug.
UCLA doesn't have bludger control, but still being very aggressive on offense. Quaffle kept in bounds,
Shen
but
beat
pushed
out by Van Lyten. A great play by Cal to retain control there, as Dar Guyman is inbounding for Cal.
Diamond, knowing the rules, immediately going for the push there, not even trying to get a wrap. The ref reminding players that they have to step out of bounds in order to go back in.
Shen and Dill with bludger control here for the Bears. Menezes hands off to Phipps. Phipps fakes the handoff to Nelson. Now trying to put the moves on Mason Krug. And there's a pass. Menezes tries to keep it in bounds, and he does so.
He does. Accidentally steps
He
over
steps
midfield
over the line to reset. Sebastian beat out there by Dill. Phipps
Diamond calling for the Quaffle.
to Nelson now.
At the right hoop. Quaffle's on the ground though.
Quaffle out. Krug recovers.
Unfortunate. Diamond was open there for a potential pass, but
open.
UCLA quick on that defense to take number 47 down.
Nicole Nelson, one of the rare female keepers and definitely one of the standout stars for Cal so far. And Cooper Jared now out of the penalty box.
UCLA, Bludger's on the ground.
Bludger's on the ground. Jared dishes off to Kalen Ta. Nelson on the ball. And another stoppage.
Nelson surprisingly quick on her feet, able to scoop that Quaffle up before her own teammate even just kind of gets there before everybody. A little bit of frustration coming out from UCLA side. Obviously the game is not going in their favor, down 40 points. But UCLA not completely out of this game just yet.
Certainly not. Certainly not.
Whatever adjustments Cal discussed yesterday definitely seem to be paying dividends now. Offense, little bit of struggle there, but defense holding up very strong.
Menezes helping out Nicole Nelson, and Cal keeps the Quaffle. Fire blue now on for Eric Shen. Nelson out for Nolan Kim. Kim and Menezes, two of Cal's electric rookies. We'll see how they operate on the pitch together. Phipps now on the right wing. Back to Menezes. Taps out Sebastian. Hand off to Nolan Kim. Dill going for a 1.5 on Justin Van Lyten. Kim to Guyman.
Wrapped up.
To
Can't get through. Tries to fight it off. Quaffle's on the ground. Picked up by Cal.
Menezes to Kim. No, to Phipps, and he's leveled by Cooper Jared.
Wow, what a amazing hit there. Not clear. So it looks like he was able to pick up the Quaffle just barely, but
The question is, did Phipps release the Quaffle before Jared hit him?
yeah, you can't tackle someone without possession of the Quaffle, but he did immediately. He almost sort of like kind of dropped past it, like he kind of rolled it down, but definitely was probably trying to pick it up. So the hit coming in initiated before he actually had control of the Quaffle. Then he had it, immediately lost it, contacts made, almost a bang play. We'll see what the refs call it. A lot of different angles there. Obviously, we're quite some yards away from the actual play, but yeah, definitely was a collision there.
This is what I'm talking about, the defensive presence of Cooper Jared versus the offensive skill set and the killer mentality of Aiden Phipps there. This is going to be a matchup to watch for the rest of the game and the rest of the season. Meanwhile, Michael Navarro taking a substitution. Navarro is one of UCLA's key seekers, so hoping that he's good to don the yellow headband at the 20-minute mark. Maddie Johnson back on pitch as UCLA's keeper. Refs seem to still be making decision on the hit by Jared. There is no call. So play resumes with UCLA in possession. Phipps tapped out by Van Leyden. And UCLA now given the green light to proceed on offense. Jared sauntering up the field. Around the 15-minute mark for this game. Sebastian strips a bludger. Pass to intercepted by Menezes. Shakes off contact. Beat though by Sebastian. Recovered by Phipps. And there's a stoppage. There's a turnover to UCLA. I believe due to a beat. Fire Blue beat out by Justin Van Leyden. Van Leyden taps out Kim. Dill beat out by Van Leyden. Jared on the drive. Blocked again by Menezes. Nolan Kim recovers. But a cold-blooded block there from Luca Menezes, stopping what would have been a goal from Cooper Jared. Things up, taking shots, driving. It seems like everything is working. Will UCLA have an answer on this possession with bludger control, taking it up with Jared? Van Leyden trying to create a lane, taps out Nolan Kim.
This aggression from Cal's beaters, just unafraid to step up.
Sebastian with a catch on Dill's beat. Jared this time through the hoop with a nasty finish. 5-1 now as UCLA gets on the board.
That must feel good for UCLA, finally getting some points on the board. Cal's defense, pretty aggressive there, but not able to come out with a stop. But great catch, as you mentioned, from UCLA.
Sebastian, a great play there. Taking away a bludger from Cal and creating that lane for Cooper Jared to finish. Nolan Kim now on the pitch with Kenneth Lamb, Cal's new keeper. Fire Blue deflects the bludger, but now Van Leyden's beat. Aiden Phipps now behind the hoops, pursued by Sebastian, and that's
nice
goes.
Shot!
On the run, Aiden Phipps, deadeye from behind the UCLA hoops.
Cal is rallying. Meanwhile, UCLA struggling to find some momentum here. That was a nice goal before, but Cal answers back very quickly.
Van Leyden taking a substitution for Juan Hernandez. But we've seen that UCLA has scoring potential. They did just that last drive with Jared. Fakes the handoff to Krug now. Cal with bludger control. Ivan Avalos and Fire Blue alongside. Sebastian can't get the catch there. Jared beat out by Avalos.
Call was on the ground, though.
Something big, but
Cal
Juan
recovers.
Hernandez right there to bring a bludger back on defense. Great awareness by him. Phipps now on the right wing. Blue taps out Jared. Kim now. Blocked there by Kalen Ta. Great tip there on the pass, and UCLA recovers. Cal, a 6-1 lead here. UCLA trying to respond before the snitch comes out. Trying to close the gap here. Juan Hernandez, a great underhanded beat on Fire Blue. Totally catching them off guard. He takes out Avalos too.
Wow, this is... Oh, he's still going.
But now, they don't have any bludgers committed upfield. Jared hit by Phipps now. Matty Johnson, a snipe beat from Ivan Avalos.
Wow.
Ivan Avalos.
Refs are running around. There's definitely going to be a whistle after this.
Ivan Avalos from the edge of the keeper zone finds the hit on Matty Johnson, stopping the UCLA drive.
Refs deliberating. Guess they're deciding to... I mean, ref hasn't blown the whistle, but they're still discussing something.
I think they were discussing playing after beat by Johnson.
Guess they're just calling natural motion there.
Yeah, and Kenneth Lamb back to Phipps.
Wow,
Phipps
UCLA's
to
defense
Kim.
being broken down completely. Oh, there's an injury
there's
stoppage.
A stoppage as Hernandez was...
All right, so... Okay, so not sure exactly what happened, but
It was off the ball. It was completely away from the play, near the center hoop.
yeah, just a lot of contact off ball, but there's some sort of collision. Player seems to be okay. Was able to get up, walk off the field on his own. It's always good to see. Rather that than being escorted by a medic. So looks like a lot of frustration from UCLA's side, being down 60-20 as I update the score. Sorry about that. So yeah, UCLA down only 4 goals. A snitch catch is 35, so that could potentially bring them back into this game pretty easily. But we've got some time before that happens. How does UCLA get back into this game without a snitch catch?
They're going to need to compose themselves and find some lanes to drive. I think that we saw some promise of that with Cooper Jared scoring, and if they can do that, and if their beaters can make some plays here, they can get right back in this before snitch time comes.
All right, thank you, HR. So unsportsmanship-like conduct, not something you want to see, both sides. So I mean, I guess depending on how many cards there are, it might just cancel out a power play for both sides.
Maybe if
there's got to be at least one player on the field for both teams.
Offsetting penalties, perhaps.
Offsetting penalties, yeah. It's been, yeah. I mean, this has been a very. I mean, even though the score isn't close, it's felt like a close game. You know, like Cal's doing really good on defense. UCLA also doing pretty good on defense, but Cal just coming away with a little bit more. This game is not over for UCLA. The score does not reflect how hard they've worked throughout this game, how hard they worked all year, all weekend too. So UCLA, they were able to figure out a way to beat Cal yesterday. Cal obviously coming up with a different strategy, so now it's up to UCLA to counter strategize.
There's a completed review.
Okay, so 2 red cards for Cal.
2 red cards, both on Cal Quidditch. So 2 unsportsmanlike conduct fouls
for Cal.
For Cal.
And 1 yellow card for UCLA for disrespecting an official. Not sure how that disrespect was aired, but definitely need to respect the officials at all points of the game. Even if you disagree with the call, most of the time basically every time it's never worth arguing with the ref. You have speaking captains for a reason. You definitely want your captain to speak up and vouch for your team, but if you're contesting a call during the middle of a game, some celebrations coming from the other teams after their game is finished, but yeah, again, definitely want to respect the officials. They're volunteering their time to help put on this event. You know, we'll see what happens now. 2 red cards means that's 2 minute, or actually no, it's two full 2 minutes.
This is game changing. This is absolutely game changing. Cal is down 2 chasers. Stephanie Anchetta and Kenneth Lamb both ejected. This is going to be huge. This is truly the momentum shifter that UCLA needed. Yeah, UCLA with a huge advantage now, but they also need to keep their composure. Remember, those cards were on both sides, so if they can keep a level head, use this power play. It'll be a full 2 minutes. A goal will not negate the power play. So let's see how many points they can score in 2 minutes. Basically, this is massive. This is. I've never seen so many cards thrown out in a single play. I've also have not seen 2 red cards on the same play, and a yellow. With no one back there to pick up the quaffle after Kenneth Lamb, no longer present on the pitch. Ivan Avalos kicks the bludger all the way back to the hoops. Looking to play fast. Jared now trying to exploit the power play. Sebastian pressuring Avalos, gets beat out. Avalos beats out Jared too, and Phipps on the drive lays it into the left hook. Phipps, despite being down 2 players, despite the 2 red cards, Phipps decides, I will score by myself. Great work from Cal's beater there to force the quaffle. Phipps cutting through the UCLA defense there on his own after Ivan Avalos created a fast break with his beat on Cooper Jared. Yeah, that goal looked good to me. Not sure what the stoppage is, but
Goal is good.
Goal
Cal.
is good,
Wow.
and Cal, down 2 players to red cards, is up 7-1.
Wow. So last weekend I saw a team being down 3 players in the penalty box, able to stop the other team from scoring. But I have not seen a team being down multiple players actually score
And still
themselves.
score.
So this is
That-
very impressive from Cal. Absolutely.
Ivan Avlo sent back to hoops as Bentaleb now takes on the drive.
Great beat from UCLA.
Bentaleb now left hoop,
Driving.
backhanded
scores.
finish.
UCLA taking advantage of the mismatch there in terms of numbers on the field, realizing that they can just kind of drive and cut through. Not much Cal could do there on defense. Nothing against them, but they were down 2 players, so they've got a little bit of wiggle room with this lead, so they can afford to give up maybe 1 or 2 extra goals during this power play, or they could choose to play pretty slow, try to kill the clock. Also a viable strategy. Nothing wrong with slow balling when you're down 2 players. They do have to advance to quaffle, of course, so
There's a bludger turned over, I believe, from UCLA to Cal. Justin Van Lyten might have done something after beat, causing the turnover.
what do you expect to see from Cal now? They have a quaffle again. They basically scored on their last possession on that fast break.
They
but
need to,
this is not a fast break. This is a set offense, but they're down 2.
with 3 players on the pitch, this is definitely a time where you need to take the penalty and play as slowly as possible.
Yeah. Cal's got budget control though. They look to
4
they look to want
players
to
on
score.
pitch for Cal. Dar Guyman back. Kim passes to her. Cooper Jared and Lane Novak beat out.
Ball is out.
Kalen Todd with a good hit on Dar Guyman. Now trying to strip Nolan Kim.
Almost does, but Kim's able to maintain control.
Kim, quick feet here against Jared.
Oh.
Beat out there by Van Lyten, and
Whoa.
Jared finishes the hit anyway.
Wow, that was a lightning tackle. So Kim was beat, but was immediately taken down. Didn't even have time to drop the quaffle. UCLA point defender not giving Kim a chance to react at all. A leaping tackle takes Kim to the ground. We'll see what the call is.
Cooper Jared, definitely an athletic presence on pitch. Not afraid to be physical and use that to his advantage.
We'll see where the call is here. We are approaching snitch on pitch at some point, but there's been so many stoppages, it feels like I've lost track of time.
Absolutely.
It's been 9 minutes since that previous super, since the, whatchamacallit, not 9 minutes, sorry, 7 minutes since the double reds, feels like, in real time, but obviously with the stoppages, they're still in the box, so we'll see exactly when they will be released back to reality, back to where Quidditch is being played on the pitch.
Do we have the Twitch stream back up? Or
Is this, I'm sorry?
Twitch stream is good?
Yeah, Twitch stream should be good. Seems like our frame rate is pretty good. Hope everyone at home is enjoying it. Quality might be a little bit less in order to compromise with the fidelity of the upload speed, but hopefully still watchable. Exciting game. Hope everyone's enjoying it. The clock time, I feel like this might be the last possession, or either this is the last possession or the next one's going to be the last possession. Snitch is warming up. Seekers are also getting ready on the sidelines.
Got Maeve Lawson for Cal against Liam Drago of UCLA.
All right, so that was the last possession. Kim brought to the ground. Looks like no call, I guess. Not sure.
I guess if they've proceeded to the intermission, there was no call on that.
Yeah, so if they did proceed to intermission, that means that UCLA will have the quaffle since it was Kim's hands last. So this could be a huge momentum shift for them.
Most definitely.
Getting a catch during the penalty time definitely is unfortunate for Cal if UCLA is able to grab it, but those 35 points could close the gap.
The main issue, though, is that without beater play on the quaffle, UCLA can seemingly score at will here because Cal has 2 players to handle the quaffle on defense.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance. I would I expect UCLA to play a little bit faster to try to capitalize on this power play, at least draw the attention away from the snitch so that the senior
Lawson
gets some
immediately
one-on-one
beat out by
time.
Van Lyten. Drago now, an open look on the snitch. And Cal is somehow able to stop the drive again.
Beating out 3 players, 4 players, getting rid of everyone.
They've Lawson one-on-one. Dark Ivan slowly taking the ball up the field. Ivan Avalos there. A great play. Passes out to Nolan Kim.
Yeah, so it looks like the power play for UCLA is effectively over as Cal's Chasers return to the pitch. A good
Eli
beat by
Bakhtiar
UCLA.
nearly finishes at the hoops but is beat. Kalen Ta recovering possession for UCLA.
So all things normalized now. 7 players on
lost
the
a beat
pitch
out.
for both teams. Rogue Bludger goes flying off pitch. It's going to be given to UCLA. Number 11 on.
Ivan Avalos, both of Cal's beaters past the midline.
Is that Avalos number 11?
Ivan Avalos, number 11 for
yeah,
Cal.
yeah.
Both of Cal's beaters pushing past the midline on that possession.
Yeah, Avalos
William
is basically
Drago
beating
beat out.
anything that
Ivan
moves.
Avalos can't make the catch there as Van Lyten beats him out. UCLA now with bludger control. Bentaleb driving. The floater blocked by the bludger from Avalos.
Avalos just
Doing everything is
Yeah.
Ivan Avalos right now. Liam Drago, though, one-on-one with Colin Casey.
That was an amazing individual performance there by Avalos for those 30 seconds.
Oh, Drago's so close. Fingertips away from the snitch pull.
Diamond with the quaffle. Back
Guyman to
across.
Nicole Nelson. Can Cal push this
Nelson with
advantage?
the stutter step, gets past her defender, breaks
Nelson
the tackle,
breaks the
shrugs
tackle.
off another one, gets
Another
pulled down
from
though,
Nelson. This time,
loses the quaffle.
Spiro
Might be a jersey pull after the second wrap.
Perhaps, yes. but
Nelson really light on her feet, able to shrug off 2 tackles. Almost had an opportunity to take a shot there before she was brought down.
The 2 red cards were for unsportsmanlike conduct, Enchanted Garden Gnome. Unsportsmanlike conduct on number 22, Stephanie Anchetta, and number 25, Kenneth Lamb for Cal. No further clarification was provided to us, unfortunately. Bentaleb recovering possession. Spiro Tanous now.
Dodges the beat.
Dodges the beat
oh,
from
no,
Van-
no,
no,
he's called,
he doesn't.
Called off broom by the
Liam
ref.
Drago now. Oh, almost through the
Ooh.
legs. Really close there from Liam Drago.
Yeah. Not that many seekers go for the between the leg pull, but
When it does come off,
yeah,
it is truly spectacular. Krug now pressured by Eric Shen. Shen applying
so
all the
much
pressure.
Resetting
Eventually
all the way
loses
back.
control though to Lane Novak. Mason Krug now. Cooper Jared in at seeker for UCLA. Van Lyten and Avalos trade off. Jared one-on-one with the snitch, and Tanous is there as well.
Oh! Cal with the potential catch. The snitch is
Spiro
on the
Tanous
ground.
gets the grab, but Colin Casey may have been on the ground. We'll see how this is scored.
Yeah, looks like Casey tried to push off against the seeker at the last second. Took a tumble. Tail might have been pulled off before he hit the ground. A knee. As the snitch is falling, you can still pull the tail. That
That's
is
right.
that is allowed if the snitch has not made contact with the ground. Obviously, his feet are discounted from that, but yeah. So basically, the call will be determined about whether or not the pull happened before he hit the ground. There was a ref right there, so hopefully he got a good angle on it. We are several yards away at the live stream table, but if that catch is good, that would be huge for Cal, going up to 105, needing 4 goals to make this game final. But UCLA, things are not looking good for them. They're only down 5 right now. This catch would be a huge blow to their momentum. Unfortunately for UCLA, they weren't able to score that much on those power plays, which I think might have affected them a little bit. But the aggression from Cal was basically like, we don't care that we're down 2 players. We're not giving up. And you love to see that level of... Oh, let's see if we're going to get a call here. Yeah, you love to see that level of commitment and hustle from a team.
Definitely.
You know, always play to the whistle. A lot of teams often do drills, 6v3, 6v4s, practicing playing defense while they're down. So Cal clearly showing off their experience there.
Cal's catch is good. Spiro to Noose, the snitch pull. That brings Cal up to 105 to 2.
Yeah, that was a monumental catch for Cal.
That was huge. UCLA needed to score during the time period where Cal had 2 red cards, and that is going to be a big turning point when this match is over.
Yeah, Cal was actually able to score during UCLA's power play on the fast break. Definitely give the beaters an assist there often. Beaters obviously not able to score during a match, but they are often the catalyst for goal-scoring opportunities. So a lot of credit going to the
Ivan
beaters.
Avalos creating chaos left and right there.
So looks like UCLA does. Okay, so score update. UCLA does have 30. So UCLA beater
There's a
also
UCLA
in the
beater
box.
in the penalty box.
And a chaser too, looks like. Might be 2. All right, so the chaser in the box is from the initial jersey pull that happened. Feels like a while ago at this point. So they wouldn't have left the box just yet because Cal hasn't scored. Snitch catch worth basically 3 goals, a little bit more. Cal is in full control of this game at the moment, with bludger control and the quaffle and a 7-point lead.
Shen and Avalos holding down control for Cal. Nolan Kim now taking the ball upfield. There's no one in between him and the hoop. Through Kalen Todd, Nolan Kim gets that shot to go.
Cal sees victory on the horizon and are
Set
slowly
score of
pushing
130.
140.
Set score of 140.
140. Looks like Cal not taking any pressure off of the pedal right now. They are looking to push this game to its conclusion.
Sebastian back on, as well as Cooper Jarrett and Michael Navarro. There is a beater in the penalty box still.
Okay, so play was not stopped, so a little bit of confusion there from the players. Now they're getting UCLA getting their beater back out of the penalty box. So Cal converting on that power play. UCLA back at full strength.
Sebastian now facing Eric Shen. Avalos misses his beat.
Rare miss from Avalos.
Jared now. Sebastian. Oh, Ivan Avalos with a catch and the beat on Sebastian. Navarro, can he get it to go? He does.
Beautiful catch and dish.
Ivan Avalos catching the beat from Sebastian and sending the UCLA beater back to his hoops.
Yeah,
But Michael Navarro does score there.
Yeah, UCLA, despite the score difference, not giving up. That was a clean look, good pass play, good finish at the hoops.
The agility of Michael Navarro near hoops, definitely not one to underestimate.
We've got a large crowd gathering around us now to watch this game. Definitely very exciting for the players.
Harry Dill taps out the beater. Jared now. Cal going for a 1.5. Nolan Kim
Oh, just barely
just
misses.
to the left of the rim. Bruno Silvestre, though, picks up the quaffle, hands it off to Nicole Nelson, who is tackled out of bounds potentially by Cooper Jared.
I think they're right on the line. It's
Right
definitely
on the
struggling. It's going to
line.
roll. Someone's going to step out of bounds at
Sebastian
some
quickly
point.
cleans up the stragglers there. And Bentaleb.
Love the effort, the effort from these players fighting over every last.
No goal has been easy. Even the fast breaks have been created by great beater play. Every goal has been tightly contested, and this is the exact kind of Quidditch that you want to see here at these West Regionals.
Yeah, what can UCLA do to get back into this game?
They need to find an offensive scheme that works. And Sebastian trading off there, though, with Harry Dill. No, Dill is clear. And a lob pass only
Intercepted.
finds the hands of Nolan Kim.
Kim
Navarro
wants it.
and Jared. Guyman, can't relay the pass, but Kim right there.
Way to play to the whistle, Kim, getting the rebound off of
Nolan
a
Kim,
drop pass.
the hustle to finish at the left hoop.
Kim has been an electrifying player for Cal,
Cal now
always seeming
2
to be in
goals
the
away
right
from the
space.
set score of 140.
Yeah.
Up 125 to 40 here.
UCLA slowly advancing the quaffle now. I think, like you said, they need to find an offensive scheme that works. They can't rely on fast breaks. They
Shen
can't trade goals.
misses the catch though. Novak beats him out. Novak now. Dill with the catch. Bentaleb driving. Can Dill get the beat off? He can't. Jared, though,
Laser pass.
a laser pass to Michael Navarro. Back to Bentaleb. Bentaleb resets all the way back to Jared. Sees the beater on him, though.
Oh, that might be a play after beat.
Great coverage there, though, from Cal. The beaters were everywhere to stop the outlet passes from UCLA. And I think that's going to be a stop for Cal.
Yeah, so definitely a contact with the quaffle after a beat.
Yeah, Bentaleb tapped out by Eric Shen there. And
Yeah, he was reaching for it, but the Cal beater number. Can't see
Eric
the
Shen, number 10.
Eric Shen, yeah, he definitely was able to read that pass from a mile away, cutting off the catch. Kim again with a fast break opportunity. Only one
between
defender,
him and the hoops.
and scores again.
That's the mid-range from Nolan Kim. Avoiding the contact from Cooper Jared. And now, one goal separates Cal from the West Regional Championship.
Yeah, Cal's bench right now fired up. They can taste victory. It's so close. They need one more
UCLA
goal.
does have bludger control. Justin Van Lyten back on pitch for a crucial possession here for UCLA. The Bruins need to score.
They need 10 goals in order to win. I have seen teams come back down 10, but let's see if UCLA is able to muster the strength to do that right here, right now. They can't afford to give up.
Novak misses the beat on Harry Dill. Bentaleb scoping things out on the left wing. Shen beat out by Van Lyten. Bentaleb behind Cal's hoops.
Bludger goes
And
flying.
Nolan Kim recovers the quaffle.
I think he wants
Kim
to score
on the
again.
drive.
He sees a passing
The
option.
quick feed for Navarro. Rock to pour. Hit by
Whoa.
Cooper Jared.
Oof. So,
Jared flying in there on the hit.
yeah, this is definitely did not want to give up an easy goal there for UCLA. That was would have ended the game. So definitely going all out to try to stop it, but may have been a bit too much. Depends on what the refs decide to call it.
Cooper
Quaff-
Jared with a ferocious hit on Zach Rockneford.
Yeah, so the hit, I think, irregardless of the hit, I think he was able to dodge the beat there, so he would technically still be on Broom,
That's right.
even if there is no call. But that would mean the Quaffle is still in the hands of Cal.
Right.
I don't think a call is going to go against Cal in this situation, so Cal's still in a pretty good spot to potentially score there. Kim also on Broom at the top of the key.
And a yellow for Jared. Can Rocknepur end the game here for Cal?
So UCLA unhappy with the call, but yellow going against them.
There's no chaser between Rocknepur and the hoops.
Yeah.
Bentaleb needs to get across to cover him.
The keeper's there, but again, Kim is open on the other side, so even if he's able to get there in time, that passing option is still there.
Execution here for Cal.
Very
needs to be
important.
important. They've done this in practice so many times. Can they do it when it matters here at the West Regional Championship? Rocknepur with the quaffle. Here we go.
Alley-oop to Kim, a little high. Kim recovers it.
the ball though. To Silvestra.
All right, so it looks like there was a wrap. Player was taken down, tackled by a UCLA keeper. I don't think that play was originally how Cal wanted to draw it up. I don't think that was exactly how they planned it going. But
Surely not.
Cal again still with the quaffle right now. Right now it's on the ground. We'll see whether or not the UCLA keeper gets a card on it.
The effort from UCLA going all out to stop this final goal.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Very often when a taller player is engaging on a tackle on a player that's much smaller than them, it's really easy to accidentally have contact that's above the neck.
Absolutely.
Obviously not intentional. I think both players are trying their hardest to play fair, and both teams at this current moment, they both want to win this game, right? Cal right there, needing one more goal. UCLA not going to give up, not going to give away any easy goals.
They're
so
not giving up.
yeah,
Not to Cal. No way.
putting everything on the line. Two historic programs, a pretty good rivalry. Whoever wins this game must feel pretty good for them. We'll see who's able to claim victory. Hopefully. What do you think? Is this game going to end soon? What do you think?
With the way that teams have been fighting to protect the hoops each and every possession, no goal's a guarantee. So we're gonna see what happens here.
Yeah, refs taking a lot of time to deliberate this call. This is a very important call, by the way.
Most definitely.
If the keeper gets a yellow, it's going to be, again, no one in between the Cal chaser and UCLA's hoops. One chaser behind the hoops, but can't really do much about that. Only a keeper can put their hand through the hoop to block a shot, but there are 3 hoops and you can only guard one at a time. So we'll see what ends up happening.
This is a crucial referee decision.
Yeah. Again, yesterday, these two teams faced off. UCLA was able to come away with the victory. Cal making a lot of adjustments coming into Sunday's match. Definitely working in their favor. A lot more quaffle points.
The aggression out of their beaters. UCLA didn't have an answer for it for a majority of the game.
Yeah, there was like a 30-second period where Avalos was basically beating everything that moved in front of him. I don't think he even was, irregardless of the team, he was just throwing the bludger left to right, left and right.
Here we go.
We're going to call from the ref. All right, we can't hear the call, but the head ref is explaining the call to the players on the field. We'll see.
Tommy Brown, a seasoned
happens.
referee. What's the decision? And it looks like UCLA will retain possession of the quaffle.
All right, so with all that being said, the set score is 140, so
goal for Cal.
UCLA still needs 10 goals in order to win the game. And now they have the quaffle. Cal with 135, they still need 1 goal to win, but as you mentioned, no one's giving up any easy goals. This game can go on for ages potentially if the defense holds up.
13-4, 135-40 is the Cal lead here as Bentaleb takes the ball up the field. They need to score. They need the points here. Can Van Lyten make something happen here without control to create that lane for Bentaleb to drive in?
I have no idea what's going to happen now
Still.
with Cal's beater. Deep pass.
Oh, deep pass to
Alley-oop.
Navarro!
Oh, unable to control
Off his
it.
hands.
Unfortunate. That would have been a really beautiful goal.
Nolan Kim, though, senses the danger. Kim driving. Beat out, though.
I think Kim tasted victory a little bit too early there. He saw the hoop was open but did not see the beater.
Van Lyten needed to make that beat, and he does so. UCLA, another shot here.
Yeah, Kim's so fast. He's got a little ahead of himself there.
Van Lyten needed to make that beat, and he came through. Bentaleb taking things slow out on the left wing.
Let's see what UCLA comes
Handing it
up
off
with
to
now.
Cooper Jared. Jared now.
I like this patience here on the left-hand side. Not
Very,
trying to
very
force
patient
anything.
here
It's
from
important for UCLA
Jared.
to score, but they also don't want to give it a fast break on the other end.
A fast break absolutely cannot happen. Novak wrapping up Eric Shen. Still beat out.
Chaser open on the right hoop, calling for it.
Bentaleb. Sylvestre on him.
Dodges the beat.
Bentaleb dodges the beat from Eric Shen.
Pass it off, maybe. Look.
Can they pass it off in time?
All right, so there was a stoppage there.
Stoppage there as well.
Wow, this game is going to have a very exciting conclusion whenever it happens.
It does not feel like the score is 135-40.
No,
right
it
now.
doesn't.
It certainly does
It
not.
still feels like the score is 40-40. It almost feels
Absolutely.
like it feels like this game is tied. Oh man, this
With
game
the
is-
way that teams are fighting tooth and nail to keep the quaffle away from the hoops, this is a sight to see.
it looks like we're going to be resuming play. UCLA with the quaffle. Only one beater in front of him and a chaser on his left, a potential passing option. Let's see if they can split the defense here.
Bentaleb with the ball.
Rips a shot.
The shot
No
is
good.
no
Refs
good.
are calling no good. Guess seems like the hoop must have turned a bit there.
Off the rim and out. Nolan Kim,
Unlucky.
an incorrect substitution procedure. Joe Veresh on with Harry Dill. Dar Guyman with the quaffle here. Zach Rocknapor now, a converted beater, now handling the quaffle.
Right, so Cal slowing it down as the little bit of confusion there.
Richard
at the substitution.
Libretti now in at keeper for Cal. Rocknapor, does he see Guyman?
Diamond being covered now. They don't want to leave her open.
Covered by Johnson here is Guyman. Rocknapor with a shot that does not go.
It feels like Cal, after that initial snitch catch, had a lot of momentum, but playing a little bit too fast on offense. It seems like they need to slow it down just a little bit more. They even had a player in the penalty box, it seems like, now, or maybe she was just off rim for a while, but they were down a player. Definitely need to be a little bit more patient. All they need is one goal. They can sacrifice bludger control to get that goal. That is okay. They will win the game. Meanwhile, UCLA, they definitely want bludger control, and they definitely want to score right now.
Jared to Bentaleb. Bentaleb out to Johnson. There's a beater trade in the middle.
UCLA puts it through,
And
the
that
goal
goes
is good.
through. Nick Levers getting the goal here for UCLA.
Yeah, fortunate roll for UCLA. The quaffle going past mid-pitch, so Cal not able to create a fast break on that.
And UCLA recovers bludger control. Aiden Phipps now back on the field for Cal. We know how much he means to this Cal offense. Aiden Phipps with the quaffle in his hands. And one goal in mind.
UCLA has bludger control, but Cal has a beater behind, looking to potentially poach one of the bludgers.
Aiden Phipps surveying
Pincer
the field.
move.
Harry
Catches
Dill with the catch.
And bludger control for Cal.
Veresh picks up the loose bludger now. Novak pressuring Harry Dill. Phipps still taking his time.
All he needs is one
Phipps
goal.
driving. Phipps for
driving,
the win.
shooting.
No good.
Too high. Once again, we've seen that shot go high a bit too many times for Cal in this game.
Veresh pressuring Van Lyten. Van Lyten beat.
UCLA able to stay alive just a little bit longer. I think UCLA is okay with giving those shots away if Cal's going to keep missing them, but definitely a little bit too close for comfort.
Giving away open shots means it's just a matter of time. So their defense definitely needs to tighten up if they're going to stop this one Cal goal to win regionals this year. Van Lyten still got some fight in him. Beats out Harry Dill. Beats out Aiden Phipps. The pass behind hoops. Too long for Liam Drago. And that's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, I think UCLA should reconsider their passing options on their next offensive possession if they're able to have one. They were able to score by swinging it out to the left-hand side and
Cal
then cutting back
recovers
across.
bludger control. UCLA rather recovers bludger control here. Veresh walking it up with Dill.
Is that Phipps? Phipps with the quaffle?
Phipps with the quaffle.
Number 7, Phipps.
Phipps with the quaffle.
Dancing around a defender.
Dancing around Jared. Putting the moves on him.
Ooh, good stutter step.
The agility from Phipps getting past Jared. Phipps all the way through. It doesn't go. Maeve Lawson wrapped up by Maddie Johnson. Sylvestra, no good too.
Phipps almost taking it by himself, but again, I think the hoop turned, preventing the quaffle from fully passing through the plane.
Staunch UCLA defense keeping Phipps away from the hoops.
What does UCLA do now after all of that? How will they get more?
They only have one thing to do, and that's score. No matter how they do it, they need the points right now. They need to apply pressure on Cal, and this is the drive to do it.
Avalos back in the game for Cal.
Dill trading. Avalos beat. Jared driving now through Lawson to Bentaleb for the bucket.
Immaculate. Oh, so good. That is the stuff that UCLA needs in order to win this game.
That is the passing that UCLA needs to have if they're going to win this game. But there's a no bludger situation. Aiden Phipps driving to Lawson. Lawson wrapped up and taken down. Libretti scooping the ball up. But Phipps, here he goes. Through the defense.
Phipps finishing. Well, wasn't expecting that finish, but it looks like ref blows the final whistle, so that confirms Cal 145-260 over UCLA. I don't know if anyone was expecting that result, or at least this score. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but Cal doing everything they needed to adjust to UCLA's game plan from yesterday and coming away with the win. Unfortunate for UCLA, but both teams still have a bid at Nationals. Might potentially have a repeat rematch, but then
That's gonna be one. That's gonna be one to watch. Certainly after this game, after all the things that happened, the cards, the physicality, the tenacity from both teams to make every possession count. This was a classic.
yeah, the live stream will keep running for the final ceremony, awarding the victors. Hope everyone at home enjoyed watching these two historic programs, these two rivals going at it. Again, another beautiful day of Quidditch here in Tucson, I forgot where we were for a second.
Tucson, Arizona.
This game has been so long, so exciting to watch, but yeah, very, very fun game. Hope everyone enjoyed it.